Hello, you're watching The Nation. I'm Jessie CHAHAL. Now, every new year we promise ourselves the same things, that we'll move more, we'll eat better, we'll take better care of ourselves. But once life gets busy, routines take over and those promises get harder and harder to keep. Well, today we're keeping it real, talking about training that fits everyday life, eating habits that last, and simple ways to stay active in 2026. Well, joining me today in the studio is SUHAILAH, Malaysian fitness content creator, and of course a colleague of ours here at Bernama as well. Very welcome to you, Anis. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jess, for inviting me.
Well, it's truly exciting to have you here and share a little bit about not just your journey and your experience, but also about this perception that keeping a healthy lifestyle that is rooted in fitness is one that is achievable for all of us. You know, it is that time of the year, beginning of the year, everyone's filling up gym forms, probably paid for subscriptions and memberships as well. Meal plans have been downloaded. But then as time and weeks go by, come February, mid-February, everything seems to slow down or other things take priority. From what you have seen on the ground, where do people usually go wrong with their commitment and with their fitness training from the very beginning?
Honestly, Jess, I think because people start fitness routine like it's a Hollywood action movie, all in one go, full intensity, harder, strong, and faster, when actually you have to move slowly at the first, especially at the beginning. You have to take a slow movements that will sustain in a long term of period of time. Because I've seen this in so many people that they wanted to go. I mean, I get it because it's a new year, you know, people will like, I'll be a new person in 2026. Yay, my 2026, I'll be a new fresh start for me. 2026 will be my year. I mean,
new goals and achievements to meet.
I mean, it's good to see people with high spirit and high motivation like this, but sometimes if they go too fast, too strong, or too hard at the first beginning, they will end up like disappointed in the mid halfway, because they would expect their result with come faster, with appear faster, when in fact in real life isn't a montage. We live in a real life, it's not a Hollywood action movie. So we tend to believe that, okay, if I start now, in 2 weeks I will have abs, for example. I will get like you know, sado bodybuilders body. So when the result doesn't appear what they expect, the reflection of the mirror doesn't affect, so you tend to like, oh, that's it, I'm quitting. So you get disappointed and then you missing in action. So I just want people to be sustainable in their movement, so they don't get carried away with the fitness routine. It's good that they're just starting, but just take it slow, because I think slow movement is the really big win here.
Well, I like what you say about that, moving slow and steadily, of course, that wins the race. You started your journey a couple of years ago, a moment in time when the world was going through a pandemic, and it was also a turning point for you when you realized this is something that you want to do for your own body, for your own health, and as you shared with me before we came on, just to have that ease of movement. So walk us through that journey and where you are today, because as I understand it, Anis, you're not just a content creator, she's also someone who competes in weight training or strength training, which is of course remarkable. So walk us through that, Anis.
Okay, at first, Jess, I never imagined myself actually to be where I am right now, because at first I was like starting it because I just want to get my body moving, because normally people will involve in fitness routine, start their fitness routine because they want to lose some weight, they want to look good in front of the mirror. in front of the colleagues, and they want to build that confidence in themselves. And same with me, 3-4 years back, during the pandemic, I was like really I would say very not confident with myself. I refused to see people. Kalau boleh nak bersendiri with myself only, because I'm not confident enough to see myself in the eyes of people. So there's this one day that I think of myself, I cannot do this anymore, because what would my kids think of me, like laying down, sitting around in the house without doing nothing, not be able to move, not be able to move, just another word for lazy, to move. So I started to jog, run, brisk walk around my house at the park. So later I feel that activities stays long, like about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and after a month, and then I have some confidence in me to join a running community group. So I meet with a lot of people that inspire me, that motivates me, and they give like some advice on me how to lose weight, how to keep active in this running community. So basically I joined running first, and then moving to the weightlifting in the gym. Yeah,
that's right. Well, what a journey it has been, and of course, you're a working mom as well, and it's not easy to just get up one day and say, I want to change my life, and actually see that through, because I think that's where the true strength lies sometimes. True. Motivating yourself and pushing yourself day in and day out. What was that one point or one thing that really motivated you to be committed to this? What was at that point you didn't even know that it was going to become into something where you'll be competing on a stage?
I would say the adrenaline in me, because I've been into multiple races, marathons and weightlifting competitions. So after I finish those races and competition, I feel like there's something inside of me that I want more. I want to train harder, and I know I can do better than this. So I want to improve my form, my strength, my mobility and endurance, and seeing people around me, they inspire me a lot. Yeah.
Well, on that note, we take a quick breather to take in all of these nuggets of information that Anis has shared with us. We'll be back with more conversation. Don't go anywhere. You're watching The Nation. Welcome back. You're watching The Nation. With me today is Anis SUHAILAH, Malaysian fitness content creator, as well as a weightlifting champion. I must add into that as well. Not a champion, but a champion in the making, nonetheless. Now, we've been talking about conquering the year 2026, setting out to be committed to some of the goals that we've set out, particularly in the area of better lifestyle, healthier eating, and of course fitness as well. More movement for 2026. A lot of times, though, and especially for us who are, in jobs that take up a lot of time, we perhaps commute to and fro from work and have other things to do outside our working hours per se. We generally come up with this excuse of, I don't have time to train. And something you said earlier was basically don't have time or can't make the time equals to lazy. Now, that's quite a strong statement as well. So let's go there. Is this then a wake-up point or a trigger for someone to go, well, that's it, now I really need to come up with a proper training plan, Anis?
Okay, I would like to correct the lazy part, because most of the times I think it's a setup problem, because when someone says, I don't have time to training, it's usually not a time problem, but it's like priority problem, because you have another priority coming up. You don't see as the moving, as the exercise, as the training as your priority. So you don't see it as, oh, I want to take this first, I want to do this first, finish this first, and then doing something later, so you don't have that as your priority. So I don't think this is not a time problem. Is merely setup problems, because people who are active don't magically have more time, you know. They just make it a priority even with packed schedule. So funny thing is, when someone says they don't have time to train, to exercise, but they do have time to scroll social medias for like 20
it's definitely
minutes,
an easier
30
thing
minutes.
to do, to watch videos of people working out than working out
Yeah,
yourself.
and watch reels like saying, oh, 5 minutes only, but it turned to half an hour later.
Right.
So it's not about finding time. I believe it's about deciding what matters. So I'm not saying that people who don't have time, who says they don't have time, is lazy, but maybe they don't see it's a priority to them yet. So if they make time for just about 20 minutes to 30 minutes only exercise, be it at the gym or at home, if going out feels like too much effort for them, I think it would be more than enough. 20 minutes to 30 minutes is more than enough. No less, no excuses.
No less and no excuses. Well, Anis, we also see many intense workout plans online. It can be quite intimidating. In real life, how much training is actually enough for most people to start feeling stronger and healthier? Initially, you did say that, you know, people start off like a Hollywood movie and it's just too much to do all at once.
Yes, I would think for beginners, 2 or 3 times per week is more than enough. You can do it at the gym or at home. You don't have to live at the gym, by the way. So we see so many like intense workout nowadays in social medias. We just scroll the social media and we see these fitness influencers like doing all out on full intensity, like very sprinting, very high cardio. We don't have to be pressured by that, because that is the fitness influencers life. So what we have to do for beginners or people who just starting to for a fitness routine in their daily life, they just have to maintain a slow movement. You know, I think like a calm 20 minutes, 30 minute session workout, body weight squats and stretching also are worth it. I think that's like very reasonable and sustainable for someone who just starting to work out. You don't have to go full intensity, because we don't have to like jump, sprint, or nearly pass out to get result. We can get result if we keep the slow movements.
That's right. And as we talk about social media and how much of information is available there, there are a lot of suggestions between this workouts and, you know, this sort of exercise is better. It's quite confusing for someone to really work out what works best for them, between, you know, the likes of Pilates, which is now very in, to the likes of, you know, really heavy lifting at the gym. Some do it through sports, and you know, all sorts of new sports have emerged now as well, from pickleball to so on and so on. So how do you choose, and would a mixture of a few different things be more exciting? Like, for example, you chose the avenue of running, and then that became into a marathon, and then it later became into weightlifting. So
okay, I would say this is somebody's preference, your preference. If you are more to Pilates, then go for it. If you are more to pickleball, then go for it. Body weight, go for it. Because I would like to encourage people to at least move their body, not to like, oh, you cannot run, you just lift weights. You cannot lift weights, you just run. No, there's no specific sport in this. There's no specific movement in this. What matters is your body to get moved. So if you like confuse which sport or fitness routine that you want to get involved to, you can either try it first. Maybe today you can go to the gym and try to lift some weights, and tomorrow you try running, or maybe next week you can try pickleball or badminton, or I don't know, any sport or fitness routine that you might have some passion on it after you try. So if you like that particular fitness training like Pilates or something like that, yoga, then you just stick to it, give commitment to it, and you just like ignore other people who say, oh, this workout is bad, this workout is bad, because there's no specific workout is bad.
Okay, so what you're saying is you got to get moving one way or the other. But the question here is, there could be some misunderstanding between just being active versus training. So what is that difference, and how do we choose where is the right place for us to be, just being active or truly in a training mode?
Okay, Jess, if being active, the difference with training is very huge different. If being active, you are like chasing your kids around the house is being active. You carrying the groceries from the shopping mall to your car park is being active. Doing the laundry, being active. Mopping the floor, being active. You walking around your office after sitting down in front of your screen is being active. So the difference with training is you have to have a very structured training plans, very organized training plans and intention of what goals and targets you want to achieve by certain amount of time. Like me, personally, I have goals and targets after I sign up for these races and competition. So I have to, I sign up for this, so I have to have like a structured training. How do I get to my goals from here, where I am right now? So it's the process on getting there is important. Yeah.
So it is a journey, and it's not a marathon, particularly to point out that, but nonetheless, slow and steady does win the race in your fitness journey for this year. We're taking another quick breather, but we'll come back and wrap up our conversation right here with Anis. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Of course, we're talking all things fitness and health, as well as goal setting for 2026. Anis SUHAILAH joining us here in the studio. Anis, while we talk about training and getting out there and being active versus being in training and having that movement, healthy eating is also a big part of the picture. And sometimes it can get very complicated, what more here in Malaysia when good food is available to us at any time, at any hour. In your experience, what are people doing wrongly, or what are they overthinking the most when it comes to food? And as you pointed out earlier, you must have a structure, you must have the setup. I can only assume it must be the same for your food as well.
Okay. Actually, just healthy eating sounds complicated because people make it complicated. You know, they treat food like rocket science. They calculate everything, tracking every calorie, stressing over macros like they're launching a spaceship. Like, meanwhile, if they just add some veggies and protein, they already be the hero of the fitness routine themselves, because a lot of people overthink food so much that eating become stressful. And I get it, because we are first timer, we want to lose weight, so we heard people like, oh, don't eat rice, don't take carbs, don't. But actually, that's just like I would say that's just like a mythos. Like, people don't usually lose their weight because they cut the rice or carbs. There's no shortcut. I believe that people, if they avoid carbs at all, they will, like, the body will get hungrier more. So there's this person that come by to me saying that, Anis, I starve myself from Monday to Friday.
What?
And just weekend I go all out, nachos, chips, you know, pizza and everything. So can I just stay here, because Monday to Friday I already on my strict diet? So I said to her, like, why do you starve? Why do you need to starve yourself? If Monday and Friday you can balance out the food, the weekend feels normal. You don't have to go fiesta, all the carnival, food carnival on the weekends. If the Monday and to Friday you can balance out your favorite food and the food that...
I guess the issue here would be the cravings, or wanting to have some of those, what we call sinful food.
Yes, that's the thing, craving. When we avoid that specific food, our body will crave it more. You know, there's a quotation about how our body will get hungry more if we avoid this certain of food. So my advice is, you take all you need, fiber, water. You just add protein, more protein on it. Drink a lot of water, fiber, which is good for your health. Because you know, same as our phone, if we upgrading our phone, why delete apps? We just add some features on it. Same goes like this. We just add more on our meals, because if we have enough protein, enough fiber, and enough water, we don't have to cut all those carbs.
Right.
Yes.
I want to talk about what is, I guess, what has been misunderstood as well about movement, about fitness, about training and weight loss. There is, what you say, one very underrated movement.
Yes.
And that is something we do every day anyway. So tell us a little bit about what is the most misunderstood movement that we think is not bringing us the results we require for weight loss.
Okay, it's definitely walking, Jess. If people treat walking as like an underrated exercise, they will think, oh, I'm very tired, I'm very restless to run, so I just like sit around in my sofa and watch Netflix all day long, when they don't realize that walking actually helps them to lose some weights, but not just walk for 1 day or 2 days. You have to keep it in routine. Yeah, consistent. Yeah, so I would advise people to choose, always remember that consistency always beats the intensity. Consistency come first.
Anis, thank you for being with us. What's your motto for the year when you talk to us about fitness and leading a healthier lifestyle with more movement?
Move slow, because it's a big win for all of us. Move slow.
I like that. Move slow, because the win is going to be big. Well, thank you once again, Anis. At the end of the day, health doesn't just have to be extreme. It's also about training that is suited to fit your life, your eating habits, which you can actually stick to, and staying active even on those days that are extremely busy. Well, I'm Jessie CHAHAL. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow us for more in-depth conversations on issues that matter. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.